What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another toy review. And right here in front of me, obviously, Rodimus Prime from the Transformers Generation Powers of the Primes Leader Class Evolution toy line now. Picked this guy up a few days ago, trying to roll him out. He actually jumped ahead of some of the stuff I intended to do. And here he is in the packaging, and his matrix should be right there. It was kind of dangling, but now it's falling. And there it is right there. It's a different color than Optimus Prime's. Yeah. What can you do? Anyway, there is a shot, some artwork of him on the front of the box. Very nice looking artwork. There he is in the box. I love his face in the box. That's why I got it. I wasn't going to get this guy. I seen it reviewed, and that's why I watch toy reviews myself, because I kind of judge toys before I drop a wad of cash. I seen it reviewed and I was like, nah, I really didn't like it. But when I saw it in the store, just looking straight on at it, he's very big and wide, massive. Like, he has a lot of girth to him, and that's why I picked him up, basically. And then, you know, now I'm going to review it. And you can see his rifle on this side of the box. I believe it's like the different matrix symbols for the Power of the Primes. In the back of the box is the product shot, where you can see the different modes that he transformed to. You can see him wielding the two blasters. Oh, and I'm assuming it separates, and the hot rod. Yeah, I like that. I like that. They did it with Optimus Prime, but it breaks down into like the little classic hot rod look. And I think it's going to be much like the Optimus Prime review, where the hot rod part is pretty much the meat of the toy. Even though I don't like how it looks sort of Lego style, like you bought a Lego kit or whatever and put this square thing together. And here are some more of the matrix centerpieces you can mismatch with the different matrices. And another thing with the Optimus Prime that I didn't get to in my review, the hands are closed shut, and he can't even hold the matrix. And I'm expecting the same thing from this guy. He can't even hold the matrix. So yeah, let me just say that now before I forget later, like I did in Optimus Prime review. And on the side of the box is a separate, like, oh, I guess it's obviously it's Hot Rod. He's smiling right there, has the blaster right there. The artwork's pretty cool on this thing. So, I'm gonna get this guy open and take a look. Again, the old slice. So we can unbox this thing together, see what happens. Matrix still falling. Slide him out. Obviously, he's inside a clear bubble. I had a tendency to say clamshell, but it's not a clamshell because he's not sealed in it, unless you count this little piece right here. Here is his matrix that fell out ahead of him. It has a real dark crystal in it, like the last Hasbro Masterpiece review. And what I didn't do in my Optimus Prime review is push this out. So with these things, I guess the gimmick is you have a different power depending on which crystal matrix centerpiece is in there. And I didn't do it on Optimus Prime, but it comes out. And again, I don't think his hands open, so like, who actually holds this? They got the little holes so someone can hold on to it, but I can't see anybody holding it. Unless it's some of the smaller figures. I don't think their hands are articulated either. And again, it goes in there. And this one is silver spray paint over a dark, and I keep saying crystal, but it's just a piece of plastic, a dark translucent plastic. And unlike the Optimus Prime one, you really can't see through it. I guess you can a little bit. And it's surrounded in yellow. They should have did it in the orange that he's in. And I'm going to cut him out the packaging. Hopefully it's not too time consuming, or I will edit it out. Come here. Again, this figure has a lot of girth to it, which what impressed me in stores when I saw it. And I had half a mind to just leave it. I kind of wish I wasn't carrying the cash, or had the cash at the time. And a little protective piece on his chest. Get him to stand up real quick. But he kind of reminds me of like if you know Batman and DC, the Dark Knight Returns comics, where everybody was like real beefy and hefty. That's kind of what he reminds me of, the Dark Knight Rodimus Prime. And also in the packaging is his large unfolding instruction booklet. And oh, and a card. I totally missed out on the card when I reviewed Optimus Prime. I totally missed that with Optimus Prime's review. Here's the booklet. Nothing special about it. This is a pamphlet. I don't know. Opens from left to right, and there are the instructions inside. Again, nothing really special about it, but it's in there. On to this guy. Let's take a look. From what I can see, the paint job's pretty good. He has the orange spray paint here on the arms. Then they have, I'm assuming this differentiates Hot Rod and Rodimus in here, because there's two different color plastics. You have a red and then like a burgundy here. I love that stern look on his face. If you can see it. And no up and down, just like Optimus Prime. He just looks left and right. And then Optimus Prime had a little bit of down. He has none. What a pretty cool looking face in there. If you can see it. The paint looks pretty good. From what I can tell, he has some yellow plastic at the ankles. Red plastic under his feet. Pipes on his arm as usual. Little Autobot symbol here. Flames from the Hot Rod Winnebago mode. You see some hollowing back there, which I expect because I think the legs or the back of the toy goes in there. His legs are pretty solid. His legs look really good compared to Optimus Prime's. He has a lot less hollowing than Optimus Prime / Ryan Pax. But he looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Nice, beefy, hefty guy. Let me slide this guy back. Let me take a look at his laser rifle, looking just like the combiner version that came with Masterpiece Hot Rod, where it combined, and it separates, and this back half looks almost identical. And I'm probably too lazy to break it out, but if you see it later in the review, I got up and got it. Like the little two pieces that combine for the Masterpiece version. But it's a pretty cool looking rifle. And again, taking a look at his hands don't open, and they're obviously, you can clearly see that they're painted over whatever color's underneath. I'm assuming that they painted over the red, because nothing else is a white plastic, and normally if they don't use the plastic in several places, they just paint it like the windshield and the crystal. That's why we have this dark crystal, because the windshield up here is this color. So try to get his gun in his hand, see if it's a better fit than Optimus, and it is. And he can aim it. Some just junk out the background. So, and obviously, like these are like Hot Rod legs, and his shoulders are up high. You can kind of dip them down a little bit. And oh my goodness, his hands swivel. Really pissing me off about Optimus Prime. His hands actually swivel. And the only reason I kind of thought to check, because his wrists aren't painted right here. And the only reason they would do that is to not have it scrape off. Well, they could have just cheaped out, but I assume to not have it scrape off when you rotate it. And he has hand swivels, which Optimus Prime does not. So he automatically has an extra point. And I like how most of the toy is colored plastic. I love colored plastic as opposed to paint. When they don't have to use paint, give me a colored plastic so my figure doesn't rub off or wear away. Okay, let me get his gun out of his hand. Oh wait, and I already showed you it separates. I'm gonna put one in each hand. I think this is more or less for Hot Rod, but yeah, he holds them just fine there, and they're securely. He's a little back heavy. He wants to tip back a little bit. I can get him in frame better. Yeah, he was trying to tip back a little bit, but he stands with no problem. I thought maybe these turn into heel spurs, but he stands with no problem. Well, I guess they do turn into heel spurs. Even without those heel spurs, he stands with no problem. Stands better than Optimus, I think. So let me run down articulation. His arm has that 360 because I believe it's at the knee joint of Hot Rod. He has an upper bicep swivel, or a bicep swivel, I can see it. And if you can clear it, it's a 360. Has an elbow bend. It's not double jointed, but it's pretty good right there. I just showed you the wrist swivels. And I don't think we're gonna get anything out of the waist because of the backpack. Well, actually, it probably would turn. They didn't put anything at the waist, as far as I can tell. No ab crunch, anything like that. This little piece comes up and get his leg up. Actually, further than Optimus Prime's leg. He's ball jointed. You can clearly see the ball joints right there. Move his arm. These little skirts here hinder his articulation. You could get a wider stance if it wasn't for those. He rotates at the upper thigh, 360 and however you want it. These guys have a pretty good range of motion. Get his knee up this high, and he has a rocker at his foot, at his ankle, and a decent amount of side to side, or at least that one side, so you get him in a wider stance and keep his feet on the ground. So there's a lot of articulation here, and from what I thought I really wouldn't like, so far I think he's a little bit ahead of Optimus Prime. And when I saw this review, and I tried to study the guy's review. I can't remember who I looked at, and I was like, I'm not getting that. But so far so good. And I don't like how the chest is so squared off, and I think they could have put some translucent plastic in here instead of the paint, or maybe had a different color paint because it's kind of blending in. Like, if I didn't know they were supposed to be headlights, I wouldn't know they were headlights. I think they were just some bit of detail. But yeah, anyway, these guns out of his hand, roll into the transformation. Okay, transforming this guy, I'm assuming this just pulls out because I can see Hot Rod hands here. And I know this is the front of his car and these are his legs, so assuming it just, okay, we're gonna lift this up. Let's start there. I just bust my fingernail and see where the car untabs. Okay, I see where it just pulls apart. Yeah, stuck on there pretty good. And here we have a lower torso. And here we have what I believe, okay, this is where it needs the stabilizers. And what is the front of the car. So I know it's a bit of parts forming going on with this guy. Probably shouldn't be doing this on camera so it doesn't run long. Yeah, here's the bottom of his feet. See if I can find out where this separates at. I know someone's probably like, use the instructions, but no. Alright, the whole lower forearm and hand just separates. Parts forming going. I mean, of course they parts form, but it's parts forming within the parts forming. And it just separates. It's on there pretty good. It's not falling around, falling off or anything like that. Obviously the wheels, swing this around. See if it tabs together. His arms, these massive pipes, which swing out in some capacity. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going for car mode or robot mode. I think I'll go for robot mode out of this thing. I see his head in between these two pieces. If I can separate them, maybe it opens from the front. It's nice and stiff. I don't want to break anything, but it feels like I can get in there from right here. Let me pause it. Okay, so you just got to separate these arm joints right here, which is very difficult to gain access. To gain access to the chest where this head is waiting. I don't know if it just spins around or what. Okay, yeah, you gotta slide it out, spin it around, I guess push it back up, close it up. His feet, I think his feet flip out. Yeah, oh yeah, he has huge feet. The shins open up to reveal his feet. Man, this guy got some long arms. I'm not sure what this hinge joint is about. Wow, I hope, man, I hope these pipes collapse to give his arm some room, please. Please don't let it just stay like this, and I just pull this one off. Ugh. Ugh. Let me look at the box. Goodness, no. See that sticking out past his hands like that? Let me check out the box. Damn! You can see it. They stick out on the box. They should have had those things double hinged. They should have been double hinged and come back here a little bit. Alright, I think I have it. Which leaves the, I guess, the false spoiler. I think, or maybe this spoiler. Okay, maybe I didn't remove the whole thing, or maybe it just. Well, actually, I see where it clips on. Wow, so that's a lot of parts forming going on to get this. To get this little figure. And actually, he looks better than the Titans Return Rodimus. What's he called? Rodimus? Rodimus Major, whatever they do now. But well, when he's all said and done, he looks a lot better. I like the little black legs. I like the G1 type sticker. Flame job's pretty good on his chest. You get his face. Face looks pretty good. I think it's a better looking face. He has the G1 stickers here. One thing I don't like about this is the parts forming with the windshield to get this look. Not too cool that either I haven't figured it out or this doesn't like really lock in. Could be, yeah, I think, oh, I see it. Goes up here, alright. If I can get it to lock in. Yeah, this, I review straight out of the box with no practice. One guy told me, you need to work on your transformations. I know. But outside, okay, the parts forming, I don't like it, but this is something new. And he also has an orange paint over his chest that's different from the orange plastic. I just noticed that. If you can see it here, the side and on the front, he has an orange paint in there. That's kind of cool. But he looks more like Hot Rod than the Titans Return version. Okay, I don't like that you had to clip this on here. But it's not that big of a deal, but I kind of don't like that at this stage in transformation products. And I don't like that his little exhaust laser cannons stick out way past his hands. They can at least paint the inside, make me feel a little bit better. But let's get this guy armed up. I even got paint on this from the painted hands from Rodimus Prime mode. It's one gun, two guns, and we have Hot Rod, ladies and gentlemen. And with the ball joints, I'm assuming he has some pretty good articulation. I don't know what this fin, he's ball jointed here, so if you can get it around everything, the arm, well, now we can get around everything. The arm 360s, and yeah, this thing, it's just hanging out. It's just got this one little clip, and then like the rest, well, I guess two clips at the top. I was gonna say it's just friction, but it's got a couple clips. But no, the clips at the top aren't really on there. So it's just that one thing holding on with friction. It's arm 360s, not a damn thing at the waist. His hands, he has an elbow bend. I've been using it the whole time. Has a double hinge, you can get it up that far. Sorry about that with the camera. I'm looking at the toy, not at my little monitor. Alright, he can get it up that far. His leg, this little skirt comes up. He gets his leg up this far in the front. It's hindered by this little piece of plastic in here. Nothing really is going to go on with the back. He can bend it backwards because he has this little flap there. You can get it back this far. You get like a little running motion going on. He swivels at his knee. And he has the articulated foot because it collapses and folds up to his leg, and nothing side to side out of hot rod. But just like the Optimus Prime Evolution toy, I think his best mode is going to be his smaller figure mode. What is this, Voyager class? And I think this hot rod is his best mode. Straight on display, he looks great like this. Not much back kibble. Only really bad thing back here is this piece right here. It's not so bad. But so far, this might be his strongest mode. The hot rod wasn't bad. It really, I thought it was gonna be terrible, but it wasn't bad. And this thing here, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go off camera to mess with this. Alright, I went off camera to transform the trailer, and it looks and feels third party. Especially with the parts format, having to put the arms on, and the way it tabs in, and his feet just sitting there, like that bothers me. And then the orange paint on top of the black is bleeding through a lot, especially like right before it meets the certain parts here and here. It seemed like they should have put a primer down or hit it with white, then hit it with this. And it looks as if this sticker, even though it's this way on the boxes, is reversed. Like it should be on that side with the end of the flame flicking up instead of down. I don't know, but it seems very much like that third party came out years ago that everybody was going nuts over. Oh, and the wheels just pop off. They just pop on and just pop off, which is not okay. You know, so that was going on the whole time. And here is the actual trailer. You know, I didn't even bother to see where the matrix goes in his chest, but I'll have to remember to get back to that. But yeah, it looks very third party-ish. This looks like something some fans came up with. Well, there's that. Try to get this guy in a car mode now. Alright, before I move on and get this guy into his hot rod mode, then the Rodimus completed mode, I'm going to bring out a couple size comparisons. I'm going to bring out the G1 Rodimus Prime. And he's a little bit bigger than the G1 Hot Rod. I'm going to bring out the Titans Returns RC. It's pretty, he's a lot bigger than her. He should be a little bit closer in scale, but it's not too bad. And I'm going to bring out Titans Return Cup. And they kind of go together pretty good. Okay, here he is in vehicle mode. And the roll's pretty good. Roll's pretty good in vehicle mode, but it could have used a lot more paint apps. It actually looks like a non-transforming toy out of a Happy Meal. Something like that. The way the colors are, it is very lackluster. And then the square front, it looks like some Legos, like a Lego figure that you put together. New Lego Hot Rod from Mattel, whoever makes Legos, I don't know. But this square front end is awful. I don't have my Titans Return one to pull out because my sons play with them. Actually, they just took over it. I said I was gonna get another one, but now they cleared them out everywhere. But this front end is just so squared off. It wouldn't have been so bad if they put some translucent bits in here, even if it was the same tragic color as this super dark windshield. And underneath you see the complete robot minus the head. He's just standing there right there. You know, it's funny that they've made a lot of Hot Rod / Rodimus figures. He's not one of my favorite guys. I don't even think he's in my top 20 in Hot Rod or Rodimus mode as a character. But I do have a few of them. And here is the Masterpiece version. And he's right there in scale with the Masterpiece version. He's a little bit taller off the ground. And again, I've never gotten this thing to roll properly. Which, wow. Anyway, that's something else. Check out my review talking about that. But, here are the two side by side. And I hate this squared front end. It's terrible. No, it's not terrible. I don't like it. It's not for me. So, but, the Hot Rod part, just like the Optimus Prime one with Return to Orion Pax, is not that bad. Only thing is, he has a better vehicle mode than Orion Pax, being the Optimus Prime cap. His vehicle mode is better. So far, this is better than Optimus Prime. And I wasn't even going to get this damn thing. All right. I have him in his Rodimus Prime Winnebago from Hell mode that the fan community lovingly calls this thing. Look at this train wreck of a figure here. I mean, oh my goodness. This is like the extended edition for a large family. Look at this. This hinge should have been painted so it didn't break all this up. Then look in here. And in here. And in here. Look straight on. Like, oh, I just hope to goodness that I mistransformed this thing. The fists are just hanging out. Then you got all this gapping in here, and then my pipes. I don't know if okay, maybe the pipes aren't quite right. Is there a tab or something? Yeah, there's a tab that helps this. But oh, okay, this one's not tabbing. Yeah, oh let's look at this. Look at this piece right here. Then you got like the the two Hot Rod rims, and you come back here and this is not the same. Like, why is it not the same where you just run into like a spare tire back here or something? The back and the feet are just hanging out. Ugh, just. Funny thing is, I didn't really like the top, but the top is like, this is the best view. This thing, let's see how it rolls. It rolls pretty good. It rolls pretty damn good, actually. But like I said, it's a couple things I probably could have tabbed a little bit better. But even without that, like, the bottom's not horrible. Like, the side view is, maybe it's just meant for a kid to just zoom around with it. There was a lot of tabbing. You had to untab the Hot Rod legs from the little pieces to tab them into. And I still don't have that tabbed in. To tab it into the Winnebago parts, and just. Yeah, I don't like this vehicle mode at all. At all. Maybe because it's just first impressions. Maybe I have to look at it for a while. And I thought the flames were upside down, but bringing in the G1, it does match up. It just looks like it should be the reverse way. But here they are, side by side. He almost looks like a damn garbage truck. Like... This is like the Hot Rod of garbage trucks. It looks like a garbage truck. Wow, and side by side with the G1 here. And I'm gonna pull in my Masterpiece Hot Rod. And I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna get it back in the robot mode and get it out of garbage mode. Okay, while getting this guy back into his larger Rodimus Prime form, discovered that I kind of mistransformed it. And the windshield, I just rotated it back. It it just felt right when I was transforming it back. Just rotated it back, and the windshield actually covers this little flat piece. So it looks even better now. So makes me like this mode even better. That's why you should use instructions, but I don't. So, but I had to recommend somebody's other toy review so you guys can watch the good transformation. But yeah, figure that out before I got out of here with this part. Okay, I got this guy back in Rodimus Prime mode, and he's very, very beefy. I'm going to put the matrix on. I don't think I did it. Put the matrix in his chest. I may have. I'm going to do it again anyway as soon as I get the little crystal. I guess you mismatch these things with different Prime Masters or whatever, and they become more powerful. I don't know if they become taken over by whichever Prime Master has these, and I'm putting it in wrong. Alright, there, open up this piece, which reveals all this mess, and there's his matrix cavity. And I'm just going to slide this right in there. Maybe I have it upside down. And I do. Slide that right in there. And for a little bit of comparison, here's the one that came with Optimus Prime. Here's his orange and gray, and this one is yellow and silver. Close that back up. Oh, did it lock? Is it supposed to lock? I don't know. Yep, there, it locked. So here is Rodimus Prime. Gonna put his gun back together, and his gun in this hand, because I am going to bring out another Rodimus Prime. Gun in his hand. Put him next to the original. And at one point, this thing was considered a train wreck, but I always liked it. I liked it. It could have been better, but I always liked this Rodimus Prime. I'll probably never get rid of it, even if they upgrade the little hot Rodimus version into Winnebago. But this guy is much more beefy. He's been at the Cybertronian gym. Hey, bud, you don't work out? When you're this powerful, you don't have to work out, kid. Okay. But he's much beefier. I thought I really wasn't gonna like this guy, and I was like, I was really considering some evil stuff. I was like, I can buy it, review it, and take it back, or just buy it and hold it, and if it has any value, I'll keep it. But I actually like it better than, take him out of here, and Optimus Prime. Power of the Primes figure. I like it better. The transformation was a little bit more clever. I liked it. The Winnebago mode was terrible, and the fact that you just know that these are hot rod legs up top is kind of terrible. But overall, I think it might be just a grade above this one. Not that this was like a really bad figure. I just wanted more out of it, and I think they look pretty cool side by side, actually, when we get down to it. So here are, oh wait a minute, if you were going to get one of these guys, I would recommend this one. I just think he pulls off the little gimmick thing a little bit better. The only thing I really just did not like is the fact that his arms are parts forming. They come completely off. Like with Optimus Prime, you take out the Orion Pax part, and then you have two different pieces. Here, you take out the hot rod part, and then you have to take off half of the arms too, and they're just off to the side somewhere. So other than that, this one is just a little bit better. But not terrible figures, but not great figures either. For the price, I would recommend this one more. Not that I'm recommending it, but if you the type of guy, you know, that type of cash wouldn't set you back 45, 50 bucks. I say get it. Say get them both. But realistically, you're a working guy like me, family, bills to pay. I might pass on both of these. So I am George, the 80s Transformer fan, saying thank you for watching another toy review. I'll see you soon. Real quick, I wanted to show the similarities in the guns. Bringing this guy forward, here is this part of Masterpiece Rodimus Prime guns, and it slides into here. I could never like get it the first time. When I just got it the first time to make the rifle version, And here they are. This is what they did with the gun. They took from this guy to make this guy, which is pretty cool. And he doesn't hold on to the gun for anything at all. You know, they don't tab in well at all. So there's the gun. And again, this guy can't hold the matrix. This guy can totally hold his matrix. Yeah, he can hold his matrix. You know, it's Optimus Prime, but it's the same design. He can hold his matrix. Let me hold this for you while you work out. Now I have the power of the matrix. Yeah, you can have that. I'm bench pressing like 2,000 tons. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching the toy review. See you soon.